Before a prospect ever books a sales call, AI can already know who they are, what they need, how urgent the problem is, whether they fit your offer, and whether they should be prioritized, nurtured, or filtered out. For small businesses, this matters because sales calls are expensive. Not always in cash, but in time, focus, and opportunity cost. A 30-minute call with the wrong person can easily become an hour when you include preparation, follow-up, notes, and mental context switching. Do that several times a week and a business owner can lose entire days to conversations that were never likely to become customers. This is where AI lead qualification becomes practical. Not as a replacement for human selling, and not as a magic system that closes deals by itself. Instead, it acts like a front desk, intake specialist, research assistant, and CRM administrator working together before the call happens. The goal is simple. Help the right prospects get to the right conversation faster, while reducing time spent on poor-fit leads. The traditional lead qualification process is usually manual. Someone fills out a contact form. The business owner reads it. Maybe they check the website, look at the company size, scan the message, reply with a few questions, wait for an answer, send a booking link, and then hope the person actually shows up prepared. This works when lead volume is low. But once inquiries increase, the system starts to break. Good leads get delayed. Weak leads get calendar space. Important context is scattered across email, forms, spreadsheets, and memory, and every prospect gets treated almost the same, even though their value and urgency may be completely different. AI changes this by creating a qualification layer before the sales call. Imagine a small marketing agency that sells website redesigns and monthly growth services. Their website has a contact form that asks for a name, email, website URL, business type, monthly budget range, main goal, and timeline. In the past, every form submission went directly to the agency owner. Now, an automation system receives the form, sends the information to an AI model, checks the prospect's website, summarizes the business, identifies the likely need, scores the lead, adds the data to the CRM, and sends one of several responses. A high-fit lead might receive a fast booking link and a personalized message. A medium-fit lead might get a short follow-up questionnaire. A low-fit lead might receive a helpful resource, a lower-priced offer, or a polite message explaining the next best step. The business owner does not have to manually inspect every inquiry. They start the day with a prioritized list: who is worth calling, why they are a fit, what they need, and what to ask first. This is the core of AI lead qualification. The system usually begins with data collection. This can happen through a website form, chatbot, landing page, quiz, email inquiry, social media, direct message, or booking page. The key is that the business needs structured information. AI can interpret messy text, but automation works better when the system asks useful questions up front. For example, a consulting business might ask, "What problem are you trying to solve? How soon do you want to start? What type of business do you run? How large is your team? What have you already tried? What budget range are you considering? Are you the decision maker?" These questions are not just administrative. They help determine fit, urgency, authority, need, and readiness. Once the data is collected, AI can analyze it. A simple automation might ask the AI to summarize the lead in plain English, identify the main pain point, estimate urgency, and classify the prospect as high, medium, or low priority based on the business's criteria. A more advanced workflow can combine the form submission with external context. For example, the system may look at the company's website, check whether it has online booking, identify the industry, detect whether the site is outdated, or summarize public-facing services. It can then compare that information against the business's ideal customer profile. This is important because lead qualification is not just about whether someone has money, it is about whether the business can actually help them profitably and responsibly. A good AI qualification system should be built around rules. For example, a bookkeeping firm might prioritize businesses with recurring monthly needs, a certain revenue range, and a clear deadline. A web design agency might prioritize businesses with outdated websites, active marketing, and a realistic project timeline. A coach or consultant might prioritize people who have a specific problem, understand the offer, and are ready for a structured process. The AI does not need to make final business decisions. It can create a recommendation. The human owner can review the score and decide what to do. After analysis comes routing. This is where automation becomes valuable. If a lead is highly qualified, the system can instantly send a booking link, notify the owner, create a CRM record, tag the lead as high priority, and generate a call brief. That call brief might include the prospect's problem, business summary, budget range, possible objections, and suggested questions. If a lead is partially qualified, the system can send a follow-up email asking for missing details. It can ask about timeline, budget, project scope, or decision-making authority. If the person replies, the AI can update the lead record and rescore the opportunity. If a lead is not a fit, the system can still create a good experience. Instead of ignoring the person, it can send a professional response with educational content, a self-serve product, a referral suggestion, or a message explaining that the service may not be the right match. This protects the brand while preserving the owner's time. The tools involved are usually not exotic. A typical stack might include a website form tool, a CRM, an email platform, a calendar booking tool, an automation platform, and an AI model. For example, a small business might use a form builder to capture the inquiry, a CRM like HubSpot, Pipedrive, Zoho, or Airtable to store the lead, a calendar tool to schedule calls, and an automation platform like Zapier, Make, or N8N to connect the workflow. The AI model handles summarization, classification, email, drafting, and scoring logic. The exact tools matter less than the design of the workflow. A weak automation simply sends every lead to AI and asks, "Is this good?" A stronger system defines what a good lead means. It gives the AI clear scoring criteria. It separates required facts from assumptions. It prevents the AI from inventing information, and it leaves a review path for the business owner. A practical scoring system might use 5 categories. First, fit. Does the prospect match the type of customer the business serves? Second, need. Is there a clear problem that the business can solve? Third, urgency. Is there a timeline, deadline, or active pain? Fourth, budget or capacity. Is there an indication that the prospect can afford the service or is appropriate for the offer? Fifth, authority. Is the person able to make or influence the buying decision? Each category can receive a score from 1 to 5. The automation can total the score and apply a label. For example, 20 to 25 could be high priority. 13 to 19 could be needs more information. Below 13 could be nurture or low fit. This does not have to be perfect. It only has to be consistent enough to reduce manual sorting and improve the quality of calls. The benefits can be significant for small teams. First, faster response time. A qualified prospect can receive the right next step within minutes, even outside business hours. Second, better sales calls. The owner enters the call with context instead of starting from zero. Third, cleaner CRM data. Leads are tagged, summarized, and organized automatically. Fourth, fewer wasted calls. Low-fit prospects can be directed to better alternatives before taking calendar space. Fifth, improved follow-up. If someone is not ready today, automation can place them into a relevant nurture sequence instead of letting them disappear. The costs vary depending on the tools. A simple setup can often be built using existing form, email, calendar, CRM, and automation software. AI usage costs may be low for text-based workflows, but businesses should still monitor usage and choose tools that fit their budget. More complex systems with custom integrations, CRM cleanup, website enrichment, or multi-step routing may require professional setup. But the most important cost is not software. It is the time required to design the qualification logic. If the business has not defined what makes a good lead, AI will not solve that problem. It will only automate confusion faster. There are also risks and limitations. AI can misunderstand vague answers. It can overestimate intent. It can classify a lead incorrectly. It may produce confident summaries that need verification. If connected to external data, it may rely on outdated or incomplete information. And if the automation is too aggressive, it can create a cold or robotic customer experience. This is why the best systems keep humans in the loop for important decisions. AI should assist with qualification, not secretly reject valuable prospects without oversight. Businesses should be transparent where appropriate, avoid collecting unnecessary sensitive data, and make sure customer information is handled carefully. The automation should also be tested with real examples before it controls the sales pipeline. A good starting point is simple. Take your last 20 leads and divide them into 3 groups: great fit, maybe fit, and poor fit. Then look for patterns. What did the best leads have in common? What questions would have revealed that earlier? What information was missing before the sales call? What red flags appeared repeatedly? Use those answers to redesign your intake form. Then, create an AI prompt that summarizes the lead, scores it against your criteria, explains the reasoning, and recommends the next action. Connect that to your CRM. Start with a draft or review step before allowing full automation. Over time, the system becomes more useful. The business can track which scores actually turned into customers. It can adjust the criteria. It can refine follow-up messages. It can create different paths for different offers. This is where the future is heading. Small businesses will not need large sales operations to create organized, intelligent lead handling. A solo consultant, local service provider, creator, or small agency can have an AI-assisted intake system that responds quickly, gathers context, filters inquiries, and prepares the owner for better conversations. The winning businesses will not be the ones that automate everything blindly. They will be the ones that use automation to protect human attention. Because the real value of AI lead qualification is not just saving time. It is making sure your best time is spent with the right people. Subscribe for daily videos on how AI and automation are changing business.